the streets echo loud with the beat of the fight. America's game, we're rounds to the high. This is our time, the stage is set. The game is on to the people, we won't be denied. With courage and strength, we take a stride. Together we fight, hand in hand, side by side. America's game, it's our turn to guide. Oh yeah. From coast to coast, see the banners unfurl. Voices together, watch the power swirl. No longer silent, we're ready to roar. With passion and purpose, we're ready for more. We'll chase the sea. The game is on to the people, we won't be denied. With courage and strength, we take a stride. Together we fight, hand in hand, side by side. America's game is our turn to guide. Join the movement, feel the flow. America's game, time to grow, time to grow. This turns this way and you.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Top of Tuesday morning to everybody. Welcome to another edition of America's Game Show, baby. Live at you again. Letting y'all know what it was, what it is, and what it's gonna be. Y'all already know who it is. It ain't nothing but the one and only Prince P. What's happening in the game, though? Man, the game had been so, boy. Hey, man, the game is to be sold, not motherfucking told. Yeah, boy. I don't know what y'all cats over there doing. I don't know what y'all doing over there. But I see that y'all are not happy about what happened the last 4 days. Yeah, y'all not really happy, man. Always remember to like, share, and subscribe, man. Like and subscribe to the game show, baby. Yeah. Man. It's a shame, boy. Got all these Negroes running their mouth. Don't know what they're talking about, especially on Facebook, especially on some of these suckers on X. You got guys all on the doggone Discord. You got them bums and them slash ass no good bitches over there on TikTok. You know, it's going down, man. Yeah, man, it's going down, dog. But President Trump, POTUS 47, he went and put some foot in some Iranian ass. You know, he told y'all last week that he said Iran will not have a nuclear weapon. They will not have it. I mean it. They ain't gonna have it. They end up getting information that they was up to 60% of uranium. Trying to enrich the uranium so they can be able to build a nuclear weapon. They was at 60%. They say there was about a few more weeks from getting to 90% capacity of uranium. And they would be able to stick that be able to build a nuclear warhead. And they was going to put an end to Israel. You know, this is a holy war, man. they're going to put an end to Israel. And what we have learned is that's not going to happen under the watch of President Donald J. Trump, baby. That's right. Trump ain't going to play with y'all. Trump ain't playing with you motherfuckers over there in Iran. Now, he's over there in NATO today. He over there in the Netherlands, and he getting ready to tell NATO, I need 5% GPD, bitch. GDP, bitch. You bitch ass motherfucker. Spain talking about they ain't coming out with no money. Let me tell you something, bitch. You're going to put that 5% down. You're going to put that 5% down. Ain't no use to even hating, baby. We're not going to lie. Now, people saying, well, Trump can't tell everybody what to do. Let me tell you something. Trump going to tell them some bitches what to do, man. Trump going to tell them. Trump going to tell them, goddammit, because he can. Trump is the goddamn man of America. That stands on America's game, which is the Constitution. You know, there's a lot of you idiots out there running your damn mouth on this game. So that's right. We're gonna get into some action. We're gonna start dropping down some game for you dumbass niggas in the back. But we know one thing. We know one thing when it comes to Donald Trump. We know one thing when it comes to Donald Trump. It makes niggas mad. That's right. It makes niggas mad. I heard about NAACP. Won't allow Trump to grace their presence. To make a speech like he make. To tell you the truth, y'all don't want to learn shit because y'all want to stay, you want to keep the niggas dumb. Trump won't have no problem addressing the black population, the African American population, and the nigger population. He don't have no problem. But you niggas ain't shit. But you niggas ain't shit. So you see that Trump ain't playing, bitch. And that's what he ain't gonna do. He ain't playing with the world. He ain't playing with these fucking lunatics. These fucking psychopaths, sociopath, psychopathic ass motherfucking countries like Iran. Like them suckers. We're gonna be on here a while today. We're gonna go and do a full laid out show today. We sitting back chilling, baby. So get into it, man. So Yes, indeed. Hope y'all can see it. But that is what you call the Democrats all over the weekend was running their mouth saying that Trump didn't have the right to drop the bombs down on that cocksucker called Iran. And we're gonna do some history on Iran's shit. So we're gonna have some fun today. We're gonna knock down the history of Iran. Which you I know as the Persians, that's what they are, but they weak Persians, they ain't shit. They ask for permission to drop bombs because they bitches. Speed going snitches. That Trump had to take a blowtorch to that place. But it says the War Power Resolution Act of 1973, better known as the War Powers Act, is a federal law intended to limit the president's power to commit U.S. forces to armed conflicts without the consent of Congress. Key word in that bitch is to limit. To limit. See, it was passed by Congress in response to the Vietnam War and President Nixon's actions in Cambodia. And it requires that the president to notify Congress within 48 hours of deploying troops and end the deployment within 60 to 90 days unless Congress authorizes otherwise. To the dumb niggas in the back. To the dumb Democrats in the front, in the middle, and the back. To the dumbass liberal cocksucking, liberal eating pussy cocksucking bitch over there on the side. To that damn homosexual ass licking motherfucker. To anybody that's co-oping with the Democratic agenda, co-oping with the Democratic Party, co-oping with the liberal world over. You need to get up out and get some. Because you can't spend your life always trying to get high. You need to get out and go and get something. And find out the reasons why Donald J. Trump had to do what he had to motherfucking do. Find out what he had to motherfucking do, y'all. And what Trump had to motherfucking do within his power of being the commander-in-chief is make sure that he maintains world peace. And sometimes you gotta drop a bomb to get peace. Sometimes you gotta pick up a piece to get peace. Sometimes you gotta pick up a gun to put the gun down. Right. Now here I go in detail, thanks to AI of Google. It says basically to reinforce congressional authority, checks and balances. But key provision is president must report. Well, Trump reported. This time limits is 90 to 60 days with the possible 30-day extension for a withdrawal of troops. Trump got them motherfuckers in and motherfuckers out in 36 motherfucking out. Some bitch ain't even used but about 2% of the time. In 36 hours, he had them motherfuckers in and motherfuckers out. The military was in and the military were out. Then it says Congress can end military deployment at any time by passing a concurrent resolution. The background is based off the Vietnam War, based off Nixon bombing of Cambodia without congressional authorization. Further fueled the push for this resolution. Veto override. It says President Nixon vetoed the resolution, but Congress overrid his veto. And it says the ongoing debate. Basically mad at the nigga because they don't want to go to war off the interpretation of the commander-in-chief. It says President has sometimes interrupted the resolution required in ways that allows them to continue military actions without explicit congressional authorization. Constitutional question. The resolution has been criticized infringing on the president's role as commander-in-chief. Basically, they ended off. In essence, the War Powers Resolution was a landmark piece of legislation designed to clarify the balance of power between executive and legislative branches of the government when it comes to military interventions. But its effectiveness and constitution has been still debated to this day because of what Donald J. Trump did. Donald J. Trump, he pimped on him real good. That's what he pimped on him real good. He told him some bitches over there in Iran, you're not having no nuclear weapon. He told them some bitches over there, you're not going to have it. You need to calm down. You need to come to the table and we can work and make a deal. You know, you got a chance to make a deal, but you wanted to press your luck. See? Yeah, you know, now you pressed your luck and you got hit with them whammies. You got hit with them whammies. Boom. 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 Got hit with them whammies, baby. That's what you got hit with. You got hit with them goddamn whammies. But Trump, he shouldn't have done it. Man, you will not have a nuclear weapon, Iran. You will not have one. You're not allowed. You the crazy motherfucker. They won't let have no gun like me. You can't have no gun. That's why I don't have no gun. Yeah, I'm like Iran. I can't have no gun. I can go get a gun, but I can't get one. I'm going to tell you why I can't get no gun. Because I would walk down the middle of the street and act a fool. Yeah. You thought Umar was bad. Keep guns away from me. Now, Iran don't need to be having no nuclear weapons because they're unstable. They hate Israel. You know, they want to be, they want to finish Adolf's initiative. You know, they want to get rid of all reddish and all the Jewish people. We call them small hats over here. Now, we don't co-sign genocide of any kind, but just to let y'all know, that Donald J. Trump went over there and pimped on them hoes because they're not having a fucking nuclear weapon. They're not going to fucking have one. Like them other cocksucking motherfucking presidents, the Obamas and the Bidens and them bitch-ass Clintons, they'd go over there and giving them money, trying to motherfucking negotiate with terrorists. Trying to negotiate with a terrorist. That's what they're going to do. And so y'all want to negotiate with terrorists, but that's what bitch-ass niggas like to do. That's what we do in the neighborhood, negotiate with gangbangers, negotiation with goddamn low-life motherfuckers in the damn community and thinking you're going to get something done. Fuck you, niggas. Nigga, war or peace, bitch, is the only choice you got, ho. And we go and we'll pick up a piece to put peace down. You understand? Look at the old president. Look up the Marvin. We go over and holler at old President Richard Nixon. Trigger Dick! Trigger Dick! Oh, Trigger Dick! So it says him, War Powers Resolution 1973, Batman. Joint resolution on November 7, 1973. That's when that motherfucker was passed, man. To tell Richard Nixon you ain't finna keep doing crazy shit. Well, that don't mean. So all it does is, like we said, to limit the president's ability to escalate military actions abroad. Keyword is to limit. That don't mean you stop him. That's right. That don't mean you can stop him, buddy. You can just limit him from going rogue and having us in years and years of conflict. So you can keep your ass in office. No, we ain't gonna lie to that. Nevertheless, U.S. involvement in the prolonged Korean and Vietnam War conflict through the 50s and 60s without congressional declaration. That old Richard Nixon over there telling him if I had to go down to Cambodia, man, because Cambodia was on some sucker shit. So he said he had to go down there, man, and pimp on him. They don't believe that he should have went down to Cambodia. They told him not to go do nothing to Cambodia. He said he doing whatever he gonna do. He said Cambodia is a threat to world security and national security. So he said he going down to go pimp. So they saying that the congressional frustrations peaked during Nixon's administration, when secret bombings of Cambodia during the Vietnam War were ordered without the congressional consent. And it says Congress passed the U.S. Power Resolution Act. It says Nixon vetoed that bill, but it was overridden by him. Now, why did you go into Cambodia, though? That's what I need to know. You know, we need to find out why did Richard Nixon go into Cambodia. So we need to find out why Richard Nixon went into Cambodia, y'all. We'll go find it here in a minute. But we don't respect you, Richard Nixon. Nixon, why did you go into Cambodia, sir? We don't like it, Richard. Richard, why did you go in now? Why did Nixon bomb Cambodia? Now, here we go. So why did Richard Nixon bomb Cambodia? So that ended up forcing the War Resolution Act of 1973 to be put in the law by the Congress and by the goddamn Senate. So here's what AI would tell us. It says, President Nixon authorized the bombing of Cambodia primarily to disrupt northern Vietnamese supply lines and military sanctuaries, which were used to support communist forces in South Vietnam. This action was part of a border strategy to weaken northern Vietnam while gradually withdrawing U.S. troops, a policy known as Vietnamization. The bombing campaign, initially secret, aimed to prevent the communists from using Cambodia as a safe haven and a staging ground. So, they bombed Cambodia He bombed Cambodia. No was doing in Vietnam. We knew that. So he had to stop them from using them as a safe haven. Because, you know what I'm saying? Cambodia was a safe haven for hoes. And he said, you're not going to have no safe haven for them hoes in Vietnam. Now, that's his mindset, not mine. Now, check this out. So they didn't like that he went into Cambodia because he didn't ask for permission to go into Cambodia. But he could not go into Cambodia. He couldn't get the permission because everybody would have knew it. So he had to get in there and get it done and stop that whole shit. Now the Vietnam War. Now the Vietnam War was not very successful for America. Vietnam War was nothing but, in my opinion, a genocide of American people. They had no business in that damn war. That war was a war that was started under the son of a bitch named LBJ. So that son of a bitch had us in that damn war. So that's why I don't like no goddamn LBJ. Did Nixon get his ass in there? He continued the war on. You know? So that's what they did. So that's how the history of the War Resolution Act 1973 was consecrated and how it was implemented in law for the executive branch. So, to limit their power of just having us in endless wars. But guess what? He didn't have us in no endless war though. He only had us in a conflict. He only had us in a goddamn military maneuver for 36 motherfucking hours. And dropped that bomb and dropped out. So we're going to get into some game. We're going to let the news entertain us right quick. Let me see how I do this. We ain't got time for no whole shit. So, let me see me. So let's get into this motherfucking game, baby. Let me commentate off this sucker shit that these damn niggas is talking. We'll go holler at the Twitter feeds and see what they got going on. Seeing what they saying about the hypocrisy in American politics. We want to know about these motherfuckers. Right. So we got everything kind of set up. We're going to get into the game. Let me do my disclaimers, baby. This is fair use for entertainment, educational purposes only. We want to let the people know what's going on out there. Thanks to the greatness of Fox Television. You know, Fox, one of my favorite guys. They don't give a damn. So, fair use, America's Game Show. We don't like you niggas, man. Don't like you niggas today.
Keep it smooth and clean. Did it fit my eye? I said, you know what I mean. No flesh Breaking tonight, right at the beginning of this show, President Trump saying Iran and Israel have agreed to a ceasefire. He says it will be phased in over 24 hours. We have yet to hear from the Iranians or the Israelis. It's overnight there. Also tonight, he is trying to make sure the price of oil does not rise dramatically following the U.S. tariff strikes against Iranian nuclear facilities. President Trump will head to The Hague tomorrow for a NATO summit. Senior White House correspondent Peter Doocy is already there tonight with the latest. Good evening, Peter.
All right. So Donald Trump has announced last night that it has been a ceasefire between Israel and Iran. At the time he announced that tweet, they got 6 hours to finish everything they got going on. So by the new day, they'll be ready to go and get a deal done.
Good evening, Brett. President Trump didn't want to be out of the country for the tail end of the G7 last week because he needed to monitor the situation in Iran from the Situation Room at the White House. But with this ceasefire announcement tonight, there's expected to be enough of a break in the action that he will soon cross the Atlantic for this week's NATO summit.
He has prevented a nuclear conflict.
Today, President Trump watched Iran retaliate against a U.S. base in Qatar that he visited just last month.
Al Udeid Air Base, sometimes referred to as the deed.
Qatar has continued to act as the middleman during back-channel talks between the U.S. and Iran, and today the president said, "I'd like to thank the highly respected Emir of Qatar for all that he has done in seeking peace for the region." But the president is still concerned about oil prices and roughly 20% of the world's oil and natural gas shipments getting stuck if Iran closes the Strait of Hormuz.
Even the threat is increasing the price of oil.
Yeah, so that's reason the oil going up, because Iran is over there trying to drop the pathways down. Even China motherfucking ass said, you ain't finna do that. You gonna open that pathway up, motherfucker. You're not gonna do it. Even China said that. You know it's bad when China ain't gonna lie. You know it's bad when China and America finally agree on something. You're not going to be disrupting what's going on. You some bitch, let's go.
And people need it in order to survive for their own economic benefits or not thereof.
Iran, they need the revenue from oil. China wants their oil, they get it at a deep discount.
Ahead of President Trump's visit to the NATO summit tomorrow, one country is already saying they won't be spending more on defense. Spain.
We are normalizing the fact that certain powers are bombing each other, that their leaders exchange nuclear threats, and that the civilian population is the one suffering all of these consequences.
So far,
yeah, Spain. You have to get on out. You gonna fail, you got to go. We're not gonna tolerate it. You coming off that 5% GDP, baby. You're coming off of it, sir. If we're not gonna have these suckers, if you part of this NATO, you gotta pay your fair share. Just like the Democrats always say, they want the rich to pay their fair share. Well, goddamn it, NATO countries, you gotta pay your fair share, 5% GDP.
far, 22 of 32 NATO member states pay 2% of their GDP as expected, but the president plans to pressure them to start spending 5%.
The president has been adamant, and our NATO allies, to their credit, heeded the president's strong call in his first term, and we expect them to do it this time around as well.
And we just reported about President Trump saying thanks to the Emir of Qatar for their efforts to bring peace to the Middle East. We now have a source familiar telling us that Qatar was passing messages from U.S. diplomats to Iranian diplomats in the lead up to today's attack on Al Udeid Air Base. As for here in the Netherlands, leaders this week want a strong NATO because it is a big deterrent against Russian aggression. But all this action in Iran may suck up more of the oxygen than they were planning on, because these leaders of countries with strong militaries want to know what is going to happen next, especially because the way that NATO works, if one member gets attacked, they are all responsible for helping with the defense. Brett?
Article 5, Peter Doocy at The Hague. Peter, thanks.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Ingram Angle. I'm Laura Ingram, my angle in moments. But first, tonight, we begin with major breaking news. It's a development that few thought was possible even a few days ago. But with President Trump in charge, we've seen time and time again, the so-called experts are proven wrong.
Always wrong. Even the experts like the Bannon. Even the experts like Tucker Carlson. Even the experts like the rest of them motherfucking Democrats. Everybody, they say Trump ain't doing right. Trump is wrong. Trump overstepping his power. Trump is going against the Constitution. God damn it, King Trump said, nigga, you ain't putting no whole shit down. Nigga, you ain't putting no whole shit down. Nigga, you not gonna sit up here and threaten the world's security. You're not gonna never threaten national security, and you will not be a threat to Israel, and you will not be a threat to the allies of Israel. Hear me, boy? You're not gonna be able to get that uranium up to 90% capacity so you'll be able to make you a nuclear warhead so you can go on out here and destroy modern civilization. Not gonna be allowed, sucker.
President Trump says Israel and Iran have agreed to a full ceasefire taking effect in just a few hours. In a Truth Social post in the last hour, the president wrote, "Congratulations to everyone. There will be a complete and total ceasefire in approximately 6 hours from now when Israel and Iran would have wound down and completed their in-progress final missions. For 12 hours, at which point the war will be considered ended."
That's right. Congratulations to everyone. That will be a complete total ceasefire. The real Donald Trump, I never told you motherfuckers what it was, what it is, and what it's gonna be. America's game, baby, always reigns supreme in the world. We ain't playing around. Stop it. Damn.
On that assumption that everything works out as it should, which it will, I would like to congratulate both countries, Israel and Iran, on having the stamina, courage, and intelligence to end what should be called the 12-day war. This is a war that could have gone on for years and destroyed the entire Middle East, but it didn't and never will. Here with me now is Bret Baier, chief political anchor and special report anchor.
Like he said, a war that was going to go on for years only last 12 days. And we stopped it. Commander-in-Chief Donald J. Trump, Pete Hegseth, Secretary of Defense, and General Raising Cane, Don Kane, General Raising Cane, and the Air Force, and them boys took them B-12 boys over there and shut that shit down. Not gonna be terrorizing the Middle East and terrorizing the world. You got that damn oil over there, buddy. You're not finna fuck up this. You're not finna fuck up this game for the American people. Running the price of the goddamn barrel up. Get your hoe ass out of here, dog.
Executive editor there as well, Brett. You were on the air. We were all watching with Vice President Vance when Trump's Truth Social post landed. So that was in and of itself kind of hilarious. But do we have details about how this all came together in the last hour?
Well, Laura, good evening. It really was something. Let me just give you the behind the scenes. Trey Yingst was in the middle of wrapping up his report from Tel Aviv, and the producer got in my ear saying, Trump Truth Social coming in the email right now. And I look down, the vice president's right here on set with me. And as I look down to read it, his staff comes in with an iPhone so he can read the Truth Social as it's coming in. And Trey Yingst wraps up his live report. I thank him. I introduce the vice president and obviously start with what we just heard and saw. And he said he had heard about it, talked about it, hadn't seen the final version, and that's what he was reacting to. Since then, we've learned that Qatar was the intermediary and that Iran officials are now saying they did, in fact, authorize Qatar to negotiate on their behalf, at least according to Reuters and other wire services.
Yeah, old Qatar, boy. I don't know why they call it Qatar, but they call it, yeah, they saying it Qatar. Yeah, Qatar, you know, they went over there and was a mid-aided for Trump. See, Trump went over there, man, and made friends. You know, they over there shaking hair. We don't show y'all the shaking hair ceremony today, you know.
And that the Israelis are going to agree to this in a 6-hour time frame. Now, what happens between now and the 6 hours? I expect a lot of kinetic action inside Iran from the Israelis, but that's what it looks like. And then the details that the president laid out about how it follows over the next 24, 48 hours, we don't know what that picture looks like or whether it leads to negotiations.
Well, what was stunning is that just in the last several hours, the supreme leader put out a statement saying, we will not submit. We will never submit. So something was changing in that interim time period, and I guess he was made an offer he couldn't refuse.
Maybe so. We don't know. The supreme leader.
Well, that's what happened to him. So, hey, man, I know you running your mouth saying you ain't gonna submit. It's just like these bitch ass hoes. It's just like these hoes out there on the streets talking about they ain't submitting to no man, and then the right man walk in their motherfucking face, they bow down and submit like a good bitch. So, that's all you did. You ever sound like this? You sound like these old modern day black bitches talking about they ain't submitting to shit, and they submit every motherfucking day. Get your bitch ass on, man. Put a line, Supreme, aka the Supreme Leader. You ain't nothing supreme about you. You a subservient motherfucker. Sit down, clown.
Leader is supposed to be holed up in a bunker. That the going thing in Iran, we're told, is that everyone doesn't know where he is except the Israelis and the U.S. And they have said that they could take him out at any time. I don't know what has transpired that changed the Iranians' bold action, other than to read the tea leaves here. They gave a pre-warning about the missile strike on Qatar and El Udeid Air Base, saying this is going to happen. Get your people out of there. And then the air defenses took.
Yeah, for you dumb motherfuckers with this misinformation, shit y'all putting down talking about, get them out. We gonna bomb it. Get them out. Get them. Yeah, because you don't want, you with that smoke for real. Just fired 14 missiles. Third told them get hit. The other one went somewhere where nobody give a damn where it go. Went into some field. Y'all over there doing firework displays and motherfucking firework maneuvers and shit. Get your ass out of here. Nigga over here practice. Nigga, we talk, man. You over there talking about practice, nigga? Get your practice ass out of here, nigga. Nigga, America is about the game, baby. We play the game for real over here. America's game, baby. America's game show. America's Game Show host Prince Pierre coming at you. Like, share, and subscribe, nigga, to the motherfucking game show. Quit hating on this motherfucking game, bitch ass nigga. Sucker ass Pepperwood. Let's go.
Down those missiles, including one from Qatar. And, I think that the president's very weak response post and let's get to peace started phone calls between all of the parties, according to the vice president. And in between the time he left the White House and the time he arrived on this set, something had transpired to get that Truth Social post.
And the president even thanked Iran for the heads up, as you noted with Vance, which it all seemed like it was missile theater at some point. They gave them a chance to save face, shoot up a couple of, what looked like Roman candles when they were missiles, but in no...
He over there doing, bro, shooting Roman candles. You bitch ass niggas doing fireworks display. Man, Iran, get somewhere and sit your ass down, bro. Hey, man, get on the money, bro. You got oil and shit, man. Go on and trade the shit at $1 a barrel. It goddamn $30 a barrel, $25 a barrel, nigga. Get rich. You know what I'm saying? Get casinos in that motherfucker and be like the other goddamn Middle East countries. Y'all go on and get on in the game, man, and quit hating. And quit trying to be goddamn me. Quit trying to be goddamn protagonist ass niggas and shit. I mean antagonists and shit. Quit trying to be the villain. Quit trying to be Joker. Quit trying to be Bane. Quit trying to be Magneto and shit, man.
Damage was done as far as we understand on the ground.
So
you wonder why they even went through that exercise, but nevertheless the president didn't choose to humiliate Iran in this moment, which I think is that's classic Trump. He wants to give people a way out.
He did say, let's get to peace, let's get to the table. He called it very weak and thanked them for the heads up. But, you know, it follows a pattern. In 2020, the Iranians...
Trump said, that's some weak ass shit, but we appreciate you, bitch ass niggas telling us you finna fire some shit. Hey, y'all gotta stop.
Did the same thing. They fired on a U.S. military base in Iraq, but they also gave a heads up ahead of time. That was after the Soleimani assassination, the takedown of the main military commander for Iran by the U.S. And so it follows a pattern. We'll see if this also follows a ceasefire, because as you know, the Israelis feel like they have a lot of superiority in the skies and they can take out targets at will. And they're on the cusp of making a big change to their existential threat. So it may be tough for them to agree to it, but I think the president is pushing.
And Brett,
yeah, I mean, Israel, you gotta agree to the shit, dog. We're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do this. Yeah, you're gonna have to goddamn submit. If we get these motherfuckers to submit, you gotta let them submit, bro. Now we're not with that shit, Benjamin Netanyahu. You just want to smash on motherfuckers and you know, because they're gonna come back later. Hey man, they come back later. We smash on them again. Goddamn it, shit. That's it. Shit. So you gonna have to go on and do business though. You're not gonna lie, bro.
Well, people don't want to be political in this moment. Politics always enters the equation. We had an enormous amount of kind of nastiness on across the political aisle over the last few days regarding the president's decision. So some Democrats were more, tepid about it, but others were basically very, very negative on what the president was doing.
Bitches. Yeah, we're gonna go get y'all favorite bitch, Jasmine Crockett. We're gonna go get her in a minute, baby. Hold up.
How do you see this moment playing out politically?
I mean, John Fetterman was the only Democrat I saw very vocal in his support of the action. Others were either tepid or saying it was unconstitutional and he had to come to Congress first. I think a lot of those Democrats, if you look back at President Obama's actions in Lebanon, in Syria, they were not anywhere near as vocal about the congressional authorization issue back then. Politically, I think it plays pretty well. He's kept his party largely together. There are some vocal voices, as you know, Marjorie Taylor Greene and others, Tom Massey, but fairly small in number and in voice. And I think it really depends how this ceasefire works out and what comes next.
Brett, thank you very much. That was an unbelievable interview. Energy Secretary Chris Wright. Mr. Secretary, big news tonight before we booked you to come on the show about this ceasefire deal that's going to take effect, the ceasefire, in just a few hours from now. Your thoughts about this day, especially as it related to the oil shipments through the Gulf, through the Strait of Hormuz, and Iran's threats. You heard the Admiral's comments, but Americans were very concerned.
Yeah, look, Donald Trump is just simply a transformative president. A little over a week ago, major hostilities break out in the Middle East. And as the Admiral just talked about, this is the lifeblood of global oil flows. Big flows for natural gas as well. Everyone's predicting for sure over $100 oil is just around the corner. Then we have strong leadership from our president, precision strikes over the weekend to take out Iran's key nuclear facilities. Everyone thinks that's another $20 on the price of oil. And here we are Monday evening, and oil dropped below $70 a barrel. And more importantly for American consumers, wholesale gasoline was down over 10 cents today and diesel down 15%. That is the collective benefits of President Trump's energy dominance agenda and his strong, clear, peace through strength leadership style. It's just transforming the Middle East.
Now, Mr. Secretary, for those of us who were young politicos back in the 80s, and I happen to work for President Reagan, this is a Reagan-esque move on the part of President Trump. I mean, the America First agenda at play. There were a lot of people on the right who were very concerned, and I had my concerns. I don't like any military involvement if we can avoid it, but he made a decision that there was no good reason to avoid this military engagement, that it was critical for America First.
I love the Reagan-esque comparison. Ronald Reagan just looked at the Soviet Union completely differently than all the leaders before him. He saw the black and white. He saw the good and evil. And the only way you win is by being clear and strong and bold. And he did just that. Donald Trump got elected to do the same thing with American energy policy and with American foreign policy. Iran has been a mess. They've been the cause of all the trouble and instability for 46 years now in this entire region of the world. He didn't follow the old playbook, the Biden playbook of appeasement, ask them nicely to do less bad behavior, don't enforce the sanctions and give Iran a bunch of money. That didn't work. President Trump.
That's right. Over there trying to buy them motherfuckers off. While you buying them motherfuckers out, you thinking you're buying them out, they taking the money and buying more uranium so they can goddamn me move the uranium capacity up to 90%. So they can go on and build them a nuclear weapon. Yeah, Biden, that's what you do. Biden ain't no, hey man, he's a laugh motherfucker. We don't give a fuck about the mother president.
Trump came in with a very different approach, and we're still in the midst of this, but just dramatically different results in the Middle East and for American energy buyers.
Now, Mr. Secretary, we're just getting new details in about the ceasefire. Reuters is reporting that President Trump brokered the agreement with a phone call with Netanyahu this afternoon, and that Vance, Rubio, and Envoy Witkoff held direct and indirect talks over the last few days with the Iranians. Again, to your point, he just decided to abandon this idea that you don't treat Iran like they're real people there. And he's like, they are people. They want a better life. Someone there wants a better life for these people. I'm going to try to play to that while I play America's strength on the world stage. But the old guard, they didn't go the Trump way, and they talked him down for years and years, and no one else could have pulled this off. And again, assuming this all holds.
I agree, Laura. Just a totally transformative style. You know, President Trump's one constituency is the American people.
That's right, America first, always, every day. Trump broke the deal with Benjamin Netanyahu, told Benjamin Netanyahu, you got to get this deal done. I'm pimped on these hoes. You understand? Check this out. Benjamin. We've been doing business. We've been doing good for years. Now, I went on over there, man, and shut that bullshit down. I need y'all to think about it. I need you and the Supreme Leader, whatever that motherfucking name is. I need you and him to broker a deal for peace. Well, no, Benjamin. No, Benjamin. Now, I need you to do this. I need you to do this for me. I need you to do this for the American people, and definitely do it for your people. And also do it for the citizens of Iran. Okay? Not the goddamn leader. We don't give a damn about him. But we need to do it for the good grace of the people. Now, we got to be, this is called diplomacy at its finest. So I need you to shut this shit down. I need you to get this deal done, and I need you to broker a deal with them people, and let's get some so we can get some goddamn money. You fucking up the nigga driving the price of the barrel up. I'm not gonna lie, these motherfuckers drive the price of the barrel up. They're trying to shut the pathways out for China and shit. I ain't got no time to be dealing with China, motherfucking ass. I got China almost ready to do business. So I need you to do this. Get a deal done with Iran, making the money out here. Quit playing around, dog. We done went out there, got them son bitches, shut their damn nuclear capacity down. They don't have no nuclear capabilities anymore. They're done. Now get the deal done and let's fucking go. Shit, America's game show, man.
And when he does foreign policy, who's his constituency in Iran? 90 million Iranians. That was, this is an educated, technically successful, pretty doing well society not long ago, and it's gone backwards for 46 years. Those Iranians, they want peace and trade and prosperity just like we want in the United States, just like the rest of the Middle East does. Maybe they're going to get a taste of it.
Well, they're going to have to step up and find their new leader. Mr. Secretary, the president said drill, baby, drill today, or yesterday when he was concerned about the price.
They need to do something. They need to jump in the booth, you understand me, and treat them like Lincoln, goddammit. No disrespect to Lincoln. They need to jump in the booth and treat that damn leader, you know what I'm saying? They need to jump in the booth, goddammit. Shit. And get him out of there. And put a real leader in there, you know what I'm saying, in Iran, you know what I'm saying, like Qatar, you know what I'm saying, like the AUME and Saudi Arabia leader, baby, you know. Y'all gotta go get some real people, dog.
Perhaps of oil going up, but this seems like great news so far. Thank you very much for joining us. Explain, Jonathan Turley, George Washington University law prof and Fox News contributor. I mean, that was a tough moment for old AOC there. The ceasefire. So we got to impeach Trump. Yeah. Jonathan, let's go to the substance of this. The substance of this, because I know you have some history about ceasefire negotiations and a president involved.
Yeah, talking about forget the ceasefire, impeach Trump. Bitch, you can't impeach no motherfucking Trump, bitch. Hell, tell that old hoe over there, AOC, bitch. Go back to waiting tables, hoe. Go back over there and get taxed on your tips, bitch. That's what you do. I'm tired of that damn stupid hoe. She ain't no damn good. This woman gonna try to run for president in 28. Ridiculousness. Well, ain't nobody vote for her. The Democrats don't even believe in that bitch. I don't even know why y'all got that whole representing y'all. Y'all terrible over there in the Democratic Party.
And these.
That's what y'all are. Y'all emotional mess, Democrats. You're an emotional mess.
Kinds of things. But tell us what we should know.
Well, you have to feel for AOC. You're all dressed up for an impeachment and peace breaks out. It's sort of a Marissa Tomei moment from My Cousin Vinny. What a nightmare. And the problem is that it doesn't make for a very good impeachment, and that's why she was struggling. The other problem is that if this is impeachable, you could impeach a good number of presidents going back to Thomas Jefferson, who moved against the Barbary Pirates. You would also include Bill Clinton and Barack Obama. I mean, Obama in 2016 alone dropped over 26,000 bombs on countries ranging from Somalia to Syria to Afghanistan to Iraq. There was no suggestion by Democrats that they had to immediately impeach Barack Obama. The fact is that presidents have always claimed this authority to be able to commit troops and take military action. And yes, in my view, this is an act of war, but the way that courts and Congress have interpreted it is that it is not something that requires a declaration. And keep in mind, we've only declared 11 wars in our history. We've had over 125 military operations, some going on for years, without such a declaration, including Vietnam and Korea.
Yeah, I think it's probably a good idea for Congress to have to weigh in on war, especially protracted conflicts and boots on the ground. Right. But This obviously was, her point was ridiculous from the beginning. Now, we had another big win for President Trump today. I mean, he has lots of wins to talk about today. But this was the Supreme Court, at least temporarily, clearing the way for the White House to speed up these deportations and send illegals to countries where they have no previous ties. How important is this, Jonathan, tonight?
This is enormously important. It gives a great number of options now to the
Supreme Court told them, boys, the goddamn Trump pimping again. Supreme Court said, based off the 14th Amendment statute, that goddamn it, your ass got to go. You ain't no nigga, you ain't no American citizen. You gotta get your goddamn ass out of here. Do you understand? And we can send your ass anywhere, anybody that won't take it. Anybody that wants it, we can send you there now. We're not waiting on your folk to tell you can come back, because your folk might not want you back. So we're gonna send you where the people that want you can get you. And I know that some of you niggas is like, yeah, that's slavery. That's slavery. Well, goddamn it. You ain't got no business crossing my land illegally. So if your ass gets subject to slavery over somewhere else, that's the chance you take when you decide to jump over the fence, bitch. Yeah, that's what happened. We don't give a damn about you. Shit. Yeah, we ain't got time to capitulating the motherfuckers that ain't earned the right to be here.
Trump administration. It should have the effect of speeding up deportation.
This land is stolen, it don't matter, nigga. The motherfucker stole the land, nigga, and they put laws on it so it won't be stole back. Dumb nigga, shut your ass up. That's why somebody people say, man, cracker smarter than you, nigga. Shut up.
This Boston judge actually said that he believed the Supreme Court and Congress were on his side. Well, obviously he was wrong about one of those by 6-3, because that's the result today. And the court said you can't send people to a country other than their home country. That is a major stumbling block for the administration. They have a lot of people to deport, but they also don't have cooperative countries often on the other side. This gives them options, and you can bet they're going to use it.
Yeah, and I think the Trump administration does not have the
Supreme Court allows Trump's third country deportation. That's right, motherfucker. Trump kicking ass, taking motherfucking names, nigga. You niggas mad. 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 Niggas mad like a motherfucker. Trump on them, baby. Trump on them. Get the light. Yeah, back to the game. We ain't never left, nigga.
time to give the process that the left thinks every illegal alien is due. Most of them have already been given their own due process. But Jonathan, this is fascinating. Incredible day of news. Thank you very much.
What happened with Iran in the Middle East, and some breaking news coming just now. Joining us this evening, Vice President J.D. Vance. Mr. Vice President, thanks for coming.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
Seconds ago, the president went to Truth Social and typed this. It has been fully agreed by and between Israel and Iran that there will be a complete and total ceasefire. Complete and total ceasefire is what he typed.
Yep.
What does that mean? How did it come about? What's the development?
Yeah. Well, we were actually working on that just as I left the White House to come over here. So that's good news that the president was able to get that across the finish line. I think what it means, Brett, is quite simple. First of all, the president, without, knock on wood, having a single American casualty, obliterated the Iranian nuclear program. We are now in a place where we weren't a week ago. A week ago, Iran was very close to having a nuclear weapon. Now, Iran is incapable of building a nuclear weapon with the equipment they have because we destroyed it. So that's a very, very big thing. Now, what that means, I think, is we have to talk to Iran and, of course, to Israel about what the future holds. Because while we have obliterated the Iranian nuclear program, our hope and our expectation is that they're not going to try to rebuild that program. And I think that's what the president is really trying to figure out here, is to build a long-term settlement here to where we can have peace in the region, where our regional allies and, of course, the American people, most importantly, can be secured, but where we can ensure that the destruction of the Iranian nuclear program that has already happened is not something they try to rebuild.
I want to get to the...
Right, so that's where we at right now, people. We at the stage right now that we're trying to get to a resolution where the Iranian people and the Iranian government is out of the nuclear war business. That's right. You're bankrupt. You're shutting the doors down. You're not going to be open for business. You're not going to be reconstruction. You're not going to be building and constructing nuclear weapons in the future. That's where we at right now. We're not in the business of just having y'all say, yeah, we cool right now with your fingers crossed behind your back, lying and doing all this manipulating. Get your ass out of here.
The obliterated part in just a minute, but I just want to read this fully so I get the context.
Yeah.
Here. Congratulations to everyone. It has been fully agreed by and between Israel and Iran that there will be a complete and total ceasefire in approximately 6 hours from now, when Israel and Iran have wound down and completed their in-progress final missions for 12 hours, at which point, the ceasefire for 12 hours,
sure.
At which point the war will be considered ended. Officially, Iran will start the ceasefire, and upon the 12th hour, Israel will start the ceasefire, and upon the 24th hour, an official end to the 12-day war will be saluted by the world. During each ceasefire, the other side will remain peaceful and respectful on the assumption that everything works as it should, which it will. I would like to congratulate both countries, Israel and Iran, on having the stamina, courage, and intelligence to end what should be called the 12-day war. This is a war that could have gone on for years and destroyed the entire Middle East, but it didn't and never will. God bless Israel. God bless Iran. God bless Iran. God bless the Middle East. God bless the United States of America. And God bless the world.
All right. God bless them all. Let's get to a world resolution. Let's have peace around the world. Let's trade and barter goods, services, and let's do right by this game. But no, motherfuckers want to get in. Nah, motherfuckers don't like a motherfucker over there. Nah, he gotta go. Nah, he gotta go. I don't like how he look. I mean, that's what you niggas about. Let's see if the world's saying we can't do it like that, man. You got too much on the line, man. Let's get done.
He seems confident that this is all coming together.
That's right.
And when you left the White House, were you thinking this was all gelling here?
When I left the White House, I thought that we might be able to get it across the finish line before this broadcast, and it looks like the president has been able to do that. I mean, look, he's been working the phones constantly. Frankly, before the 12-day war started, but certainly over the past 12 days, the president's been extremely clear about America's national objective here. It is to create a world where Iran cannot build a nuclear weapon. We, of course, destroyed the nuclear program that they had, and the president told the entire team, we're going to work to make sure that they don't try to rebuild that nuclear capability in the future. And look, this is a great thing. For Israel, think about this. They've accomplished an important military objective. They've helped us destroy the Iranian nuclear program. They've also destroyed the conventional missile capability of Iran that threatened the country of Israel. For the Iranians, I think this is a new opportunity to actually pursue the path of peace. As I said yesterday, what the Iranians have showed through their support of terror networks, through their now failed effort to build a nuclear weapon, is that they're just not very good at war. And I think the president...
That's a pretty good one right there. At the end of the day, they're just not good at war. Y'all got to leave this war shit alone. Y'all like France and shit, man. Y'all keep getting y'all ass trained. You keep getting trounced, bruh. Get somewhere and sit down. You know, y'all need to be about making money. Yeah. Y'all need to be about trying to have your people in prosperity. You trying to have people in despair. You understand? You need to be that prosper. We're trying to dictate to everybody. Well, Trump need to take that in, but Trump ain't doing shit but telling motherfuckers you ain't doing fuck shit to the world, sir. You're not fixing to sit around there, motherfucker, and build nuclear weapons to destroy modern civilization, trying to level motherfuckers out, trying to obliterate motherfuckers from the face of the earth and shit. Nah, what we'll do is obliterate your damn nuclear power and your nuclear capability and make you think about it there, boy. Think about it there, boy. Think about it there, boy. Fool ass nigga.
And really hit the reset button and said, look, let's actually produce long-term peace for the region. That's always been his goal. I actually think when we look back, we will say the 12-day war was an important reset moment for the entire region.
Would you be surprised if Iran is sending out signals that it doesn't have a specific ceasefire plan? How would the communication have been with the Iranians to get this level of confidence to put out that detailed statement?
Well, one of the things I've learned, Brett, about the Iranians in the past, 4 or 5 months that I've been in this job is what they say publicly and privately can sometimes be very different. I think what the Iranians have shown very clearly is they don't want this war to go on for much longer. Their air defenses have been totally destroyed. Their conventional missile program has been largely destroyed. And of course, their nuclear program has been obliterated, as I said before. So I think the Iranians are at a place where they don't want to keep on fighting. You saw the president, and I don't have the truth in front of me, but he talked about the next 6 hours finalizing the attacks. I mean, what I think what he's talking about is right now for the American people watching.
Yeah, I mean, Iranians are like island boy. Ain't got no business in the ring, like they ain't got no business on no war field.
It's dark over there. That's typically when the Israelis and the Iranians have been shooting at each other. I think there's some recognition that that might continue for another few hours. And tomorrow really is a new day. The end of the 12-day war, the end of the Iranian nuclear program. And I really do believe the beginning of something very big for peace in the Middle East.
So you said totally obliterated. The president has said totally obliterated the Iran nuclear program.
Yeah.
Do you know for sure where all the highly enriched uranium is?
Well, Brett, I think that's actually not the question before us. The question before us is, can Iran enrich the uranium to a weapons-grade level, and can they convert that fuel to a nuclear weapon? And we know, based on the success of our mission, of course, the leadership of the president, but the incredible skill of our military, that the two mission objectives are completely successful. We know that they cannot build a nuclear weapon. Now, you asked about the highly enriched uranium.
Yeah, like 900 pounds of it.
But what we know, Brett, is that uranium is something that exists in very large supply. Our goal was to bury the uranium, and I do think the uranium is buried, but our goal was to eliminate the enrichment and eliminate their ability to convert that enriched fuel into a nuclear weapon. I think that's an important point, Brett, because so many of the folks who have focused on the highly enriched uranium, 60%. The main focus.
Yeah, there's a lot of you niggas out here don't know shit about no damn uranium. You niggas don't know. You niggas thinking there's some shit off of motherfucking Meet Black Panther, nigga. Check this out. They got highly enriched uranium. It's at 60% rich right now. Now it's sitting there and they're buried after the missiles pimped on it. And now they got to go dig it out. Well, guess what? While they digging it out, they ain't making no goddamn weapon. You're right. So they got to go dig the uranium out. Now, some people saying that the uranium has been moved before it was hit. Talking about they moved it out. No, they didn't. They thought they can con their way around. Niggas is on post making shit up as they go. So, we don't do that here. We go with the flow and we tell you what we know and we tell you what it is and what it's gonna be, baby. We not with the dumb shit. Let's go.
Brett, has been to destroy their enrichment capacity because we don't want that 60% uranium to become 90% uranium. That's the real concern, and that's what was so successful about our mission.
So after all this, if the Iranian government survives as is, what's to stop it from rebuilding over time if they in fact moved the 60% highly enriched uranium? You know, that's the concern.
No, the big concern, Brett, and this is again what we destroyed, is their ability to enrich uranium. If they have 60% enriched uranium, but they don't have the ability to enrich it to 90%, and further, they don't have the ability to convert that to a nuclear weapon, that is mission success. That is the obliteration of their nuclear program, which is why the president, I think, rightly is using that term. But here's the question. If Iran is desperate to build a nuclear weapon in the future, then they're going to have to deal with a very, very powerful American military again. Our hope is that the lesson that the Iranians have learned here is, look, like
I said before, every time you build, every time you attempt to build, we're going to destroy, we're going to spank that ass. Yeah, let me rewind it, let you hear what he tell you. All right. Vice
program,
President,
which is why the president, I think, rightly is using that term. But here's the question. If Iran is desperate to build a nuclear weapon in the future, then they're going to have to deal with a very, very powerful American military again.
Simple as that. You hear about you even attempting to build it, we're going to whoop your ass again. We're going to spank your hand. We're going to spank your butt. We done took that belt off. We'll take it off again. You like a bad child, don't want to act right. We just keep whooping your damn ass until you realize you ain't getting that. And you're not going to get it. You're never going to get it. 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 Whoa, 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 whoa. Never going to get uranium. Never going to reach the uranium. Never going to reach the uranium to 90%. No, no, no. Never going to get it. Never going to get it. You're never going to get it, bitch. So you need to stop. Nigga, let the oil through, bitch. Tired of goddamn Iran thinking they gonna build some shit. Nigga, make the oil, ho.
Our hope is that the lesson that the Iranians have learned here is, look, we can fly a bunker buster bomb from Missouri to Iran completely undetected without landing once on the ground, and we can destroy whatever nuclear capacity you build up. I think that lesson is what's going to teach them not to rebuild their nuclear capacity.
Yesterday, were you speaking?
Nah, I ain't buying that. Right, it should teach them a lesson, but these some hard-headed motherfuckers. You know, you can't sell that one, JD. But I say this, if they smart, you know, if they want to do right, you know, because, yeah, we'll fly that son bitch back over there and do it a goddamn again. We'll fly back over there and do it again. We'll fly it over there and do it a goddamn again. Yeah. And we ain't done with all that work. We'll dig it up and do it a goddamn again. Shut your damn mouth. Ooh.
Speaking on the president's behalf when you said he was not interested in regime change?
Well, Brett, what I've said is the American military, that is not our mission as regime change. Our mission was to destroy the nuclear facilities and the nuclear program of Iran, which we, of course, did. I think what the president's also said is that the Iranian people want to make a decision about regime change. That's between the Iranian people and the regime. Of course, we support freedom fighters all around the world, but our mission was to destroy the nuclear facilities, and that's what we did.
So you don't think there's any mixed message when he goes to Truth Social and says it's not politically correct to use the term regime change, but if the current Iranian regime is unable to make Iran great again, why wouldn't there be a regime change? Miga.
Well, I think what the president is saying very clearly, Brett, is if the Iranian people want to do something about their own leadership, that's up to the Iranian people. What the American national security interest here is very simple. It's to destroy the nuclear program. That's what we've done. And now that the 12-day war appears to be effectively over, we have an opportunity, I think, to restart a real peace process. And Brett, this is not just about two countries, Iran and Israel. All of these Gulf Arab states, they want peace. They want to invest. They want to build artificial intelligence hardware. They want to sort of come into the new economy. And that was impossible when you had Iran that was, as the president said, acting like a bully across the Middle East. We really think that if the Iranians are smart about the path forward, this could be a new dawn of an economic age of prosperity. Of course, for our Gulf Arab allies, for us, for the Israelis, for everybody, but it's going to require the Iranians play it smart from here.
The president called it very weak, the Iran missile firing on the U.S. base in Qatar, Al Udeid. Was it a face-saving move? How do you get from that, firing missiles at a U.S. base, to a ceasefire, as he details in this truth serum?
Well, as the president said, they actually gave us some warning here. And we think they gave us some warning because they didn't want to kill Americans and they didn't want to escalate. There's definitely some symbolism to this, Brett. If you look at the Iranian attack, it was 14 missiles that they telegraphed ahead of time. We dropped 14 bunker buster bombs. As the president told me earlier, our missiles, our bombs were a little bit bigger than their bombs. Our bombs actually accomplished the goal of eliminating their nuclear program. But look, we're happy, again, to restart the peace process as the president just did today.
Was the message delivered directly to the U.S. or through an emissary?
The message is always delivered through some sort of intermediary. That's been consistently true of the Iranians. Of course, we'd love to talk to them. The president's been clear about this. We'd love to have a direct conversation about how we move this thing forward because, again, we got to step back here. Why did the president do what he did over the past week? It's so that we could destroy their nuclear program. If they try to rebuild it, they're going to be on the wrong end of American power once again. We don't want that. I think they don't want that, but the ball's in their hands.
You've been reluctant or...
They try to build, they're going to be at the wrong end of American power. That's right. You don't want to be there. You heard what he said? They try to build that shit again, they're going to be on the wrong end of the stick, bro. They're going to get their ass whipped again.
Or at least cautious.
So this ain't no one-time thing. You can keep doing it, you're going to get whooped again.
It's about getting engaged previously, and that has been public. What made you sign on to this action this time?
Well, I think the president has been very clear, and I've always agreed with the president, that Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. And you try to run the diplomatic process as much as you possibly can. When the president decided that wasn't going to work, he took the action that he had to take. Now we're in a new phase. That action was successful. We had a wildly successful military operation to take out their nuclear program. Now let's go on to the next phase. And I think the president, look, sometimes he's willing to use peace. Sometimes he's willing to use the military. I think it really depends on what the Iranians do from here.
And what do you think they do from here?
Well, it's an open question, Brett. I don't want to predict what the other side will do, but I think that I know what we'll do if they continue to pursue a nuclear weapon. And I hope they don't choose that path because I know the president wants to see the Middle East become peaceful and prosperous in the future. That's not going to happen if Iran pursues a nuclear weapon again.
And for the people, so we talked about the people who believe that this is going towards World War III, especially in your own party. There's a section that's very vocal. There's another section that says you should take out this regime because it's evil and horrible and has done horrible things for decades. How do you square those two sides? And can this regime stay in place and still have a peaceful, reaction relationship with the U.S.?
Well, I think the president has squared those two sides quite well. One, because he's the leader of the movement, and a lot of people trust the president as they should. They recognize they're not seeing the same intelligence. They're not seeing the same classified documents. They trust the president to do a good job. But importantly, Brett, I think he's threaded the needle quite well here. We had a very particular objective. It was profound and difficult to accomplish.
Do you
the
think
elimination of the Iranian nuclear program.
And
I think the president successfully did that. You're asking, were the Iranians close to a nuclear weapon? Brett, they were very close to a nuclear weapon. And what I encourage my fellow Americans to think about here is that a week ago, the Iranians were quite close to achieving a nuclear weapon. Now, they cannot build a nuclear weapon. That is the biggest testament to the president's leadership and to the success of our mission. In 1 week, without, thank God so far, not losing a single American casualty, we have taken what was a threatening nuclear program that could have destabilized the entire world. Now that program is gone. We did it through effective presidential leadership and also some very, very competent work from our troops.
How often does it happen where you're going to do an interview and you get a Truth Social seconds before? You have some sense of it, but it's pretty detailed, where you are being asked about something the president has just put out.
In this administration, Brett, it happens quite a bit, actually, but we knew this was coming. The draft, it was interesting. I just read the draft about 2 minutes before we went on the air. It was a little bit different from what the president had showed me a couple of hours ago. But again, I knew that he was working the phones as I was on the way over here. So I knew exactly what we were going to do. And look, I love that about this presidency and this administration, is he's always working. He doesn't say, you know, the vice president's going to do an interview, so I'm going to stop doing anything. He says, you know, we're going to do the American people's business. The vice president knows what I'm trying to accomplish. And if I get it done, great, because we're going to talk about it and celebrate it, because it is a thing to celebrate. I can't emphasize this enough, Brett. We have destroyed the Iranian nuclear program. 0 Americans have died. That's an amazing, amazing thing. Americans, whether Democrats or Republicans, we should be celebrating that.
Mr. Vice President, we appreciate you coming.
Well, J.D. Vance, Democrats ain't gonna celebrate nothing. They just like Iran. That's what you Democrats are. You just like the Iranians. You just need to keep getting your ass whooped. You know, you keep getting your ass whooped. You understand? You'll finally get in line. You'll finally get it through your head that you ain't shit.
Coming and rolling with the punches as well. Thank you for the time.
Thanks, Brett. Good to see you.
Nationally syndicated radio host Dana Lash is here. All right, so how are the Democrats handling these strikes and this quick ceasefire?
Jesse, it's pretty unbelievable because they're all over the map on this. I mean, I remember going all the way back to like the Green Revolution and going back to Egypt and Libya. Democrats loved unilateral action. They loved unilateral action in Libya, going after Gaddafi and trying to reinstitute a bunch of Clinton stooges in order to nation build. They loved getting involved in Egyptian elections and backing the Muslim Brotherhood, as Hillary Clinton did, a banned entity in Egypt before then. They loved getting involved in Honduran elections and trying to back different leaders in Honduras. I mean, we could go on and on.
Yeah, Democrats always had their motherfucking hand in the goddamn cookie jar. Nigga, goddamn me, Trump went down there and took the whole jar, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He went down that motherfucker and shut the jar down. You know, Democrats, y'all always been over there co-oping with these damn communist regimes and shit. Nigga, Trump is going down there, man, telling, hey, man, I don't give a fuck what you doing over there, man. You ain't finna do that. You know, you're not doing that, though. You know, you don't like Israel, you don't like Israel, you ain't gotta like them. But you ain't finna be trying to build nuclear weapons and shit. We're not gonna allow you to do that. So, we want peace in the Middle East and throughout the world. And we whoop your ass to get it, you understand? So, get up, out, and get something, baby. And you ain't getting that. No, no, no. If we don't trust you, we don't want nothing to do with you. We don't give a fuck about this stupid, look at this stupid bitch. Look at this stupid bitch. Violence doesn't make America great. Let me tell you something. That's how America became great, through violence, dumb bitch. You don't know the history of this country? Well, you have some dumbass. Let the tail spin, hope some more.
I don't know if there's ever been a moment in my life where Democrats haven't loved unilateral action and nation building. And to just the cherry on top of all of this,
so y'all for nuclear weapons being built for your ass, huh? You get a nuclear warhead up your butt. Yeah, what you gonna say about it then there, buddy? Tell them, little buddy.
Everybody remembers the entire reason we are in this position in the first place is because of Jimmy Carter and Democrats back in the 70s when they decided to get rid of the Shah and they installed the Mullah regime. That's exactly why we're in this position.
That's right. That's why we're in position now. Because y'all over there co-oping with these motherfucking Muslim countries. Y'all over here doing all kind of frivolous business and shit with them. And then y'all over there overstep your boundary and then get slapped back. And then y'all want to get out there and try to, you know, grovel with them. Oh no, I give you some money. Stop. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna do the right thing. Or else. Either you're gonna shut that damn nuclear shit down, or we'll shut it down for you. No fucking problem. Yeah, but Israel is not right. Let me tell you something. Israel is our friend. Unfortunately,
There's nothing you can do about it. So I don't want no damn nigga talking and telling me that Israel is this, Israel is that. Nigga, America been down with Israel since the inception in the late 40s, late 1940s. I don't need you bitch ass niggas talking.
Democrats own it, so you would think that they would be celebrating that they're.
You can't be a Christian and you can't be talking about you're a Christian and you're anti-Israel. Then you're not a Christian. You might as well be a fucking Muslim.
Legacy has come full circle, but they haven't yet. And as far as the argument on whether or not the office of the executive has unilateral action, I made my position very clear on my radio program, Jesse. I think war is a last resort. I'm not an interventionist, but I'm not a neocon. However, I would like to direct people to reread, if they haven't, or read James Madison in the Federalist Papers, because it's all brilliantly lined out. And it's in these things, Jesse, for progressives to read, called books.
Damn.
You can have a noble objection to these strikes. Sure. There was people on the right who had it. There's people on the left that had it, and that's fine, and that's good. I mean, not everyone's going to agree on everything, but to say that you know that Trump should have asked your permission if you're Jasmine Crockett, I mean, what? I mean, I thought this was a secret aerial campaign. He's just supposed to announce to the world, Jasmine, can I please have your permission to do this? And that doesn't make any sense.
I wish that nigga, man, I wish this nigga bitch would stop. I need this nigga bitch to stop, bruh. Ooh, this nigga bitch gotta go, man. They gotta do something about this nigga bitch down there in Texas, bruh. He's been making a man, get this monkey asshole out so she can quit embarrassing us, man. This hoe gotta go. I don't know how this hoe got in there. I know the hoe ran on the polls. There was nobody even running in a district. Some district they done made up. They done ran this hoe in, and this hoe is out here just. And that hoe need to get on the strip. And that hoe need to go sell some pussy, man. For real, bro. She need to get out there and go work a pole, go sell some pussy, do something. She ain't got no business in politics.
Makes sense.
I get the objections from some of those coming on the right.
That's all you think? No, fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch, nigga. Yeah, we talking about her. We ain't talking about
because they're genuine objections that come from a place of genuine concern. Just to remind everybody, we've grown up. I mean, Jesse, you and I have grown up our entire lives with military campaigns that had mission creep. You know, the objectives were changing. It turned into these long, protracted conflicts, and then multiple generations.
You're right. Trump don't have long. He hit and quit, bro. He go, but yeah, he hit it and quit it, man. He used it like a $2 hoe. Fuck on her quick and get her out of here. We ain't got all day.
We're involved in it. I had multiple generations in my family that were in Iraq and Afghanistan. I mean, that's like wild that would even be considered commonplace in our culture. But we kind of got off base in terms of how we prosecute conflict. So to see a one and done, or to see a politician, an elected official say, we're going to get in, we're going to do this, and we're going to get out, we're not used to that yet. So I give a lot of grace to a lot of my friends on the right who aren't all on the same page with this. That being said,
because it's new. Because this is new politics. This ain't the same shit. Trump is an outsider. Trump is a motherfucker that's about business. He's not going over there to grandstand. He's not going over there to pretend. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we are gonna go. Nah, we in Iran, bitch. We smack motherfuckers down, and we're not going to play. Like you say, white man, Air Force Base, Missouri.
I think you could look back at POTUS's first term and see that everything that he engaged in militarily, we didn't get involved in any kind of long-term committed conflict. It wasn't mission creep. What he said, we went in and we did, and then we came back out with like the most limited loss of resource and even loss of human life. And that's how it should be. So I think we're still on the right kind of acclimating to this. However, I will add, on the left, there has never been any consistency. There has never been any proper follow-through. There's never been any clear communication with the American people about any of their objectives, which again is why we're in this position in the first place. So I think it's good to have a healthy dose of caution And I like what Congressman Thomas Massie, who I know, I think, he's genuinely a kind-hearted person who comes at it from a very strictly constitutionalist angle. And thank God we have people like that holding down that spectrum in Congress. I think that we can all agree that it's better to have some of those folks in Congress than not. But to see where this goes, we have to make sure that, the intelligence is accurate. That's all we've been acting on. I think that the president has demonstrated in previous military conflicts and engagements that he deserves the grace and the benefit of the doubt on this. I haven't always agreed with him on everything, but I'm willing to do that with this.
Yeah, he's earned the trust of the American people, especially what he's gone through during the last term, and especially that last campaign where he almost died. Dana Loesch, great to see you.
That's right. Trump ain't playing with you, dick sucker. Trump ain't playing with you, hoes. Trump ain't fucking with you, bastard, that Tillman ass nigga. Trump ain't messing with you niggas, dog. Told you, motherfucker. Now, I got some more information I want to go find. I want to go holler about this damn NCAA bullshit, NAACP, talking about they don't want to let Trump come down. So, I want to invite Trump, right? So, let's see what it pop up. Okay. So, this is what shit I'm talking about these damn niggas. I'm fit because America's show. We look at the black point of view over here, and we believe in smashing on these niggas every single day because these niggas are dumb. These niggas ain't shit. Here we go, man. So it says, yes, the NAACP has announced it will not invite President Trump to their 2025 National Convention. This decision breaks a 116-year tradition of inviting the sitting president regardless of their political party. NAACP President CEO Derek Johnson cited this decision was based on the organized view of tech and technology, civil rights, boo, 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 boo. This is what I call cowardly acts. This is what I call being cowards, because you had the opportunity to probably do a town hall meeting with him, have real discussions with the man, and y'all some cowards. Y'all some bitch ass niggas in my opinion, man. And that's why nobody takes you dick sucking niggas seriously, man. Y'all not for the people, man. Y'all not for the people. And you definitely sure ain't for black folks. Nigga, y'all fight for gay rights and every other rights but nigga rights. Shit your bitch ass down. Y'all niggas some hoes. And we know you niggas some hoes. So, and y'all putting these old stupid shit, using niggas. Man, nobody wants. Man, you all ain't that fast. Y'all ain't doing nothing but a hustle. Talking about President Trump will not be invited to the 116th National Convention. And this is the first time you ain't never invited a sitting president. So you invited President Trump in the last time when he came in. So they talking about, from Harry Truman, I was having Ronald Reagan. So you go talk to Ronald Reagan who put the crack down. Yes, attacking. Man, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear nothing out you NAACP cocksucking niggas. You niggas some hoes. You niggas don't stand for shit. We don't respect you. Not one bit. There's nothing y'all can tell me over there at NAACP. colored people. Y'all ain't even change your name, man. Why y'all can't be? It should be NAACP. So some niggas didn't even change the name colored people. Cause you want to keep it colored because you can say you ain't representing niggas no more. So y'all don't represent black people no more. You're not a black organization. You ain't nothing but a fucking yellow. You a colored organization. You only for the people of color. That could be anybody. That could be brown. That could be yellow. That could be white. You for any goddamn body. You piece of shits. I don't respect none of you motherfuckers there. I think y'all a gang of dick suckers, a gang of cum asses, you goddamn me, you gang of cum buckets and motherfucking sluts, bro. I don't believe in none of y'all motherfuckers. You niggas ain't down for Diddy. You niggas don't back nothing that's right. Shit. I'm talking about y'all ain't gonna let Trump talk. You bitch ass nigga, how you gonna let the sitting president not be able to speak? Bitch, you bitch ass niggas ain't no shit, man. I don't want to hear nothing out you niggas, man. You niggas are old, bro. Nobody respects y'all over there. Y'all niggas don't move no needle no more, nigga. Shit. Ain't nobody go to y'all national convention. Y'all some ignorant motherfuckers. Who is supporting you niggas? I don't even know why anybody give you niggas a red spit, bruh. It's another organization that need to go bankrupt, need to go belly up. We don't like you. We don't want you around here. We don't want you around here. So y'all can go to hell, bro. Y'all can go to hell. NAACP. Let's stop that. Y'all can go to hell, dog. So, go here to the Twitter feed, to the X. We're trying to see what they talking about. The Mahomes Jackson Allen. 2 hours ago, Donald Trump.
Everything you have on him. So I'm not happy with Israel. When I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because the one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Well. Just 2 hours ago, we got some breaking news from Donald J. Trump. See, this is the shit we talking about, man, with this Benjamin Netanyahu, dog. You might have to get up out of there too, bro. You might have to move around, Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu. You might have to move around as well, because if you're not gonna do that. Now let's listen to this goddamn again, because Trump. Why I cover Donald J. motherfucking Trump, nigga? Peep this game out, ho.
I'm not happy with Israel. When I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because the one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that? I'm not happy with Israel. When I say, okay.
Boy, America's game, baby. We don't give a goddamn about no motherfucker. Israel, you full of shit. Oh boy, man, you look a little bad on that one, Trump. Let's get the full motherfucking thing, boy. Trump ain't playing with you bums, dog.
We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. You understand that? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard.
Y'all better quit playing with Trump, man. Here go the full interview of Trump, baby.
Yeah, I do. They violated.
Iran violated the peace agreement and the ceasefire agreement. Do you believe that Iran is still committed to peace?
Yeah, I do. They violated, but Israel violated it too.
Are you questioning if Israel is committed?
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because the one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Shit is off the damn chain. We gotta stop it, Trump. Well, Trump ain't happy about these niggas. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. See what else going on Twitter, babe. Oh my lord, that's what I don't like about X, bro. They gonna fucking nigga up over here. Yeah, nigga, shut down. I'm trying to see some more shit. It said Israel is not going to attack Iran. All planes will turn around and head home while doing a friendly plane wave to Iran. Nobody will be hurt. The ceasefire is in effect. Thank you for attention. That was 3 hours ago, but this shit here we just saw was about an hour ago, buddy, 2 hours ago. Told them some bitches to stop it. Oh, we looking for more news. So it says Governor Greg Abbott has vetoed SB 3. There will be no THC ban in Texas. I mean, damn, I gotta look this up. Look something up, people. Okay. Oh, God damn it. Yeah, so they ain't banning THC. You go back to Twitter though. So I don't mean marijuana's head is not banning THC products. Let's hear what this sucker got to say about it.
Now, here's where I get frustrated because once again, here's the novice that's a centrist that comes into play and he's listening to all of this stuff. And here's where I get infuriated. The Democrats are calling, or at least some of them, are calling for the impeachment of Donald Trump. Same old song and dance. Thought we heard this before. I thought that was over and done with. The minute you lost the election with the popular vote in the electoral college vote and losing every swing state. I thought we were over that. But evidently not. Question number one. No matter what you feel about the President of the United States, do you think that's the time, while we're in the middle of such strife, to be calling for the impeachment of the President of the United States? Particularly if you're a representative, you're an elected official in the United States of America? I don't think so. That's number one. Number two, were the Democrats saying that when Obama bombed Libya? When he was in office?
Nope.
We're making all of this noise about how the War Powers Act is utilized and how Donald Trump didn't receive congressional approval. Well, this is not an act of war. This is eradicating a threat. Civilians weren't targeted. Nuclear sites were targeted.
Yeah, so, I mean, is nuclear sites a people now? I mean, I need you Democrats to stop. And you got this Democratic pundit here trying to play both sides of the fence. I need Stephen A. to get back on sports, bro. Even though he's making sense right now, I just need him back on the sports side. Okay? And I understand, you ain't got nothing to talk about now because your Pacers didn't win.
So if nuclear sites were targeted, but no civilians were targeted, then that's not a war. At least not yet. Which means that you can navigate your way around the War Powers Act itself, and you don't have to concern yourself with receiving congressional approval. The Democrats
I just showed y'all what the war
know that because of Obama. So if you knew that because of Obama and you didn't say it when it involved him in Libya, why would you turn around and all of a sudden try to make that case against Donald Trump?
Yeah, you can't make that case against Donald Trump. Donald Trump didn't go against the War Act. He followed the Constitution. He followed the resolutions. He is following law. See, you see this shit here? Obama negotiating with Iran. Trump negotiating with Iran. That's right. Obama want to give money to niggas. Hey, I'll give you some money, man. Just stop. Trump like, no, bitch. I'll drop a bomb on your slut ass, you mother Hubbard.
Now, here's where I get frustrated because
Trump ain't playing no game.
Last night, on my orders, today I authorized 2 operations in Iraq. Targeted airstrikes to protect our American personnel. Last night, on my orders, America's armed forces began strikes against ISIL targets in Syria. Today, at my direction, the United States launched a targeted operation against that compound in Abbottabad, Pakistan. Today, I authorized the armed forces of the United States to begin a limited military action in Libya. Because a nuclear Iran is a threat to our national security. They can take the diplomatic route, or they will have to face a United States president, me, who said we're not going to take any options off the table. Today, I authorized
There go to hypocrisy. We're not gonna allow motherfuckers do it. Democrats can't allow motherfuckers to do it. And here we go. And here go the full shit of Trump talking. Shit, Trump just 3 hours ago. Let's go back to some more Trump.
And you know, the fake news, like CNN in particular, they're trying to, they're trying to say, well, I agree that it was destroyed, but maybe not that destroyed. You know what they're doing? They're really hurting great pilots that put their lives in the line. CNN is scum, and so is MSDNC. They're all, and frankly, the networks aren't much better. It's all fake news, but they should not have done that. Those pilots hit their targets. Those targets were obliterated, and the pilots should be given credit. They're not after the pilots, they're after me. They want to try and demean. Iran will never rebuild its nuclear. From there? Absolutely not. That place is under rock. That place is demolished. The B-2 pilots did their job. They did it better than anybody could even imagine. They hit late in the evening. It was dark with no moon, and they hit that target with every one of those things, and that place is gone. But when I see CNN all night long, they're trying to say, well, maybe it wasn't really as demolished as we thought. It was demolished. You take a look at the pinpricks, and you see that place is gone. And I will say, I think CNN ought to apologize to the pilots of the B-2s. I think that MSDNC ought to apologize. I think these guys really, these networks and these cable networks are real losers. You really are. You're real losers. You're gutless losers. I say that to CNN because I watch it. I have no choice. I got to watch that garbage. It's all garbage. It's all fake news. But I think CNN is a gutless group of people. And the people that run it, nobody even knows it's been sold so many times. But the people that run it ought to be ashamed. MSDNC, a guy named Brian Roberts, he heads it. He's a disgrace. He's a weak, pathetic disgrace.
I love it, baby. Talk down on the clowns. The clowns. Kill the clowns. Now, what is this? No, hold on. We got to take a break.
Everything I have, my dream career, I manifested it. I'm trying to manifest a husband. Ain't nothing wrong with a nigga with a 9 to 5. I get it. They work hard. I used to have a 9 to 5. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. You work hard, you have money. I get it. I need an entrepreneur. I need somebody that understands my mindset. Somebody that has the...
Man, fuck your mindset, bitch. That's why your ass hell yeah. You can't. Ain't no money there. Ain't no money, man. Fucking with you, ho. Hold on, they're having some fun now.
I'm coming right now, baby. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm about to get this stuff. I'm about to get my stuff right now.
Hey, sir.
I got a girlfriend. Leave me alone.
I'm trying to tell you, drop your fucking wallet, motherfucker.
I got a girlfriend. Thank you. Thank you. I got a girlfriend, though. Hurry up. I'm coming right now, baby. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm about to get this stuff. I'm about to get my stuff right now.
Stomped on that.
I got a girlfriend. Leave me alone.
I'm trying to tell you, drop your fucking wallet, motherfucker.
I got a girlfriend.
God damn. Niggas crazy as hell, boy, on this stupid shit. Let's see if we find some more stupid motherfucker. Okay, here you go. Here you go, this ignorant asshole. He been looking for you for a while, bitch.
And to understand enough about the Constitution to the extent that I'm the one that's supposed to make a fucking decision or at least get a vote.
No, you don't make decisions. You're not the commander in chief. You was not voted to do. You were voted to do your job. You're not voted to tell us to stop. And wasn't no war. So no, you don't know shit. It's just time to get you out. What's this dumbass bitch? I hate her.
And to understand enough about the Constitution to the extent that I'm the one that's supposed to make a fucking decision or at least get a vote. Because Ron is telling me. Right. So literally, like, like I
Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. That's why you go talk to a gang of dumb niggas, don't know shit about politics, don't know nothing about the damn laws, don't know nothing. Y'all can talk to them other niggas. You can't talk to me. Yeah, we over here scrolling, rolling. Let me see.
Say hi to my camera. Hello. Hi.
How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Hutom.
Hutom?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you too.
Elections on Tuesday.
Yeah, we got you. Say hi to my camera.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Hutom.
Hutom?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you guys.
Around for mayor in New York.
Elections on Tuesday.
Yeah,
Well, they
we
let
got
that
you.
motherfucker be mayor. They done. Okay, let me see. Let me hear her damn opinions on the bullshit. Let me see. No, ain't what I thought. Oh my God, here though.
So Trump talked to the press this morning. I'll post the video below. And he said he is very angry at Israel, particularly for unloading right when the ceasefire was starting, and then again this morning, many hours into it. And Israel used the excuse of claiming one rocket got shot by somebody, but didn't hit anything. And this is exactly what I've been warning about, is that just like Zelensky shot a few years ago 2 missiles into Poland, tried to blame Russia, but the Polish air defenses shot down the missiles so they didn't fully detonate, so they had the tail numbers that they were Ukrainian. And it's the same story over and over again. Oh, Russia blew up its own Nord Stream pipeline. So this is when false flags come in. And Israel is big on false flags. USS Liberty, the Lavon affair. I mean, look these things up. And so they want regime change. The neocons want regime change. They don't want Trump to wrap this thing up. And that's the major danger I've been talking about. So I'll be on the air today at 11 a.m. Central covering it at Infowars.com/show right here on Extra Alex Jones. Harrison Smith's going on right now with his morning show. He's breaking it all down. But this is a big deal. And Trump said both sides have been fighting so long, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. That's what he said. Actually, they do. Netanyahu will only stay in power if he keeps wars going. It's been the plan of the Likudniks for 25 years to just keep perpetual war constantly going. That's how Netanyahu stays in power. And we're in a very dangerous zone right now with all these so-called sleeper cells, which is a perfect setup for the globalists, Israel, you name it, to stage terror attacks, a new 9/11, like on the 4th of July or something, and then blame Iran to go to full war. And that's what the globalists want with Ukraine and Russia and with Israel and Iran. And that's why this is so dangerous. This is proxy war in what really is a new world war. And that's admitted to by the major war planners. So that's why this is so dangerous. And that's why Trump, talking about regime change a few days ago, is playing into that. I'm glad he's backed off of that. But this is very dangerous because the globalists want us in debt. They need a war with inflation to derail Trump's recovery plan. This is big. This is geopolitical. It's about the whole future of America and the world. But I like what I'm seeing from Trump. I like seeing the anger, and I like seeing him call out Netanyahu, because Netanyahu has been a total snake forever. First world leader to call and congratulate Joe Biden on the fake win in 2020.
Yeah, Benjamin Netanyahu. You got to watch out for Benjamin Netanyahu, buddy. We're not really down with Benjamin Netanyahu. Like you just goddamn, how you gonna sit up there and tell, we're gonna cease fire and still drop bombs? You can't do no shit like that. So, hey, you gotta take Benjamin Netanyahu out. We take Benjamin Netanyahu out. Shit, we don't give a fuck over here, bro. We don't give a fuck over here. Now, so we're not playing with you, Benjamin Netanyahu. We're not down with you like that, dog. You're not gonna think you got a tie to me to do fuck shit. That's not happening. Let me see what else is happening. We over here down on Twitter trying to find some news, buddy. All right, what does it say? It says stupid ass AOC. So this was Trump. I don't know when he dropped this down. He dropped this down at 8 o'clock this morning. And Trump says that AOC, one of the dumbest people in Congress, is now calling for my impeachment, despite the fact that the crooked and corrupt Democrats have already done this twice. The reason is her rantings in all the victories that the USA has had under the Trump administration. The Democrats aren't used to winning, and she can't stand the concept of our country being successful again. When we examine her test scores, we will find out that she's not even qualified to be in office. But nevertheless, far more qualified than Crockett, who is seriously a low IQ individual, Ilhan Omar, who does nothing but complain about our country, yet the failed country that she comes from doesn't even have a government, is drenched in crime and in poverty, and is rated one of the worst in the world, if it's even rated at all. How dare the mouse tell us how to run the United States of America? We're just now coming back from the radical left experiment with Sleepy Joe, Kamala, and the auto pen in charge. What a disaster it was. AOC should be forced to take a cognitive test that I just completed at Walter Reed Medical Center, a part of my physical. As the doctor in charge said, President Trump aced it, meaning I got every answer right, instead of her constant complaining. Alexandria should go back home to Queens, where I was also brought up, and straight out her filthy, disgusting, crime-ridden streets in the district she represents, and which she never goes to anymore. She better start worrying about her own primary before she thinks about beating our great Palestinian senator, crying Chuck Schumer. It says, whose career is definitely on very thin ice. She and her Democratic friends have the lowest poll numbers in congressional history. So go ahead and try impeaching me again. Make my day. Hell no. That motherfucker straight went to the motherfucking me, Dirty Harry on him. No, Trump, not Dirty Harry, dog. So, Trump basically told them motherfuckers, and these motherfuckers talking about racism at work. Nigga, will you stop? Nigga, Trump shit on them hoe ass niggas, talk down, nigga, roast them hoes, nigga, roast them. The fuck going on here? Yeah, everybody mad about Trump putting that tweet out. Yeah, here's some more information about this nigga.
You to be a partner, I need you to stand down. First is where I can't stop at all. Said, this is what I've done. When you have the gall, particularly of what this guy did for you and the grief he's taken over here, you had the gall when he said, this is what I've done, and I need you to be a partner. I need you to stand down. First is where I can't stop at all, which is another lie of the many lies we've gotten from the Netanyahu government. A bald-faced lie. Well, then he says, okay, I need you to stand down. I can't have any scale. If you can't get some guys back, it's fine. Goes to bed, gets a couple hours sleep, wakes up, and you lied to him. That's why he's furious. That's as mad as I've ever seen the President of the United States. And think about it. How did you get his anger like that, given everything he's done for you and the pressure he's under and a couple hours sleep? Now he's got in a freaking plane and fly for, what, 6-8 hours? To sit down with this crowd at NATO, which you know he's just wildly enthusiastic about doing that. And plus putting himself going in the air at a time when you're in a shooting conflict in the world, putting his life at risk to do that. And this is what he gets. This is the thanks he gets. Don't sit there and don't glaze him. Netanyahu goes on Israel TV and glazes him. Don't glaze him. Don't slobber all over him. It doesn't mean anything. You showed what you really thought of him last night. Oh, President Trump's the greatest. You showed exactly your appreciation last night. You showed exactly. And do I see any of the Baghdad Bob equivalents, the Tel Aviv Levins or any of this crowd today calling him out? They never call out Netanyahu, who got Israel into this. And for supporters of Israel, which is kind of on the ropes about this, makes it very hard when your top guy's dealing from the bottom of the deck and is not straight. And in fact, not only not straight, he's a bald-faced liar. If you support Israel and you love Israel and you want to see Israel not just survive but thrive, you better be asking hard questions. You better be asking hard questions. You better be asking hard questions and demanding straight answers.
Benjamin Netanyahu is a fucking snake in the fucking grass. Benjamin Netanyahu is a double agent working with the Democrats. This son bitch still dropping bombs. Well, you know, Trump said it's time for some regime change. We think it's just goddamn Israel. We think it's just goddamn Iran. No, it's also Israel. It's time to get Benjamin Netanyahu ass about it out. Because this motherfucker ain't capitulating to a motherfucking thing. You get on the phone with Trump. Trump said, hey, man, shut your shit down, man. Then you get up after you get off the phone with me. He go to sleep, and then he wake up, you dropping bombs. Boy, you a bitch-ass motherfucking nigga, boy. That's some sucker shit you niggas do. That's some sucker shit you niggas do. Fuck is this shit? Let's hear this. Let's go to this.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're a fucking nigga.
Yo, say it a little bit louder.
Yeah, you're a fucking nigga.
A little bit louder, bro. A little bit fucking louder.
Take a swing.
Goddamn, boy, he punking you.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're a fucking nigga.
Yo, say it a little bit louder.
Yeah, you're a fucking nigga.
A little bit louder, bro. A little bit fucking louder.
Take a swing.
Yeah. Oh, take a swing, bro. I'm not gonna hit you, bro. You think I'm retarded? You think I'm actually retarded? You're a fucking idiot, bro.
Go ahead, take a swing.
Take a swing. Take a swing. I'm Tipsy Cole. I got arrested, bro. Oh, look at me. I'm a 4chan retard. Post me a little 4chan voice to fuck over a bit. Holy shit, you are a bitch. You are the biggest bitch. Bro, look at you. You are 100% bitch. 100% Nate bitch. I'm not doing shit to you, bro. You would love that. You would love for me to take a script to you. Yeah, you would absolutely love that. Bro, get in your hands and knees first and I'll do it. Yeah, get in your hands and knees first. Get in your hands and knees first.
You gonna do it or what?
We're gonna do it or what? Dude, he hasn't explained. See what happens.
The cops already know.
Yeah, the cops already know. They told him what? Told him what? You called me a nigger, bro? You called me a nigger?
Yeah, I did tell him.
Yeah. Say it again, bro. Say it again. One more time. One more time.
Fucking nigger.
Yeah, you see that? You see that? This guy's fucking insane. Holy shit,
Yeah, you
bro.
are.
Yeah,
You're
say it one more
acting
time so the
right
airport can hear you, bro. One more time so the airport can hear you. Fucking loser, bro. Loser.
This shit they got going on Twitter, boy. Yeah, we're looking for some more news on Twitter, baby. We Triller strolling, we X-strolling. I got some goddamn fruity tooty shit out there, man. We can't show that. Trump told them some bitches he ain't playing. Listen to this one more time, y'all.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what
the fuck they're doing. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Damn.
Jay Gilgis Alexander. Give it up all for SGA. Getting up and joining us this morning. Oh my God. How does NBA champion have a good ring to you, SGA?
Yeah, it's everything I imagined it to be. The opportunity has been amazing, and I'm happy and I'm blessed to be a part of it.
Okay, have you been to sleep, Shay? Have you been, because you look a little sleepy. Did you get any rest since last night?
I got some rest, not as much as I'd like, but hey, you only live once.
You hear what these dumb idiots is talking about?
And I worked for an anti-war president, and I saw. No, he was. He ran against.
How many countries did you bomb the crap out of?
Well, that's what I'm gonna say.
Lord
Scott.
have mercy.
Like no, like you guys didn't just use bombs for diplomacy.
But do you want to put the scorecards up against each other?
I'm
between
happy
bombs
to put
and
up
drones?
scorecards.
You all are the key.
I got lots of scorecards.
The continuity that work in both parties. If both parties have the continuity.
I worked for an anti-war president.
No, you didn't work for an anti-war president. You can drop more motherfucking bombs than anybody. So I need you to stop, bitch. Y'all just got to stop with the cap going on in the Democratic Party. That's all y'all do is cap. Trump go over here and knock, goddamn. Trump go goddamn me, knock a motherfucker down. He go down there and knock a motherfucker down for your goddamn nuclear strikes. And y'all mad about him shedding nuclear down. Because y'all for it, man. But we'll play this again. This is funny.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too. Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I'd never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because the one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Yeah, they don't know what the fuck they doing. Simple as that.
Today I authorized 2 operations in Iraq. Targeted airstrikes to protect our American personnel. Last night, on my orders, America's armed forces began strikes against ISIL targets in Syria. Today, the American people give thanks for the extraordinary service of our men and women in uniform. Today, I authorized armed forces of the United States begin a limited military action in Libya. That action has now begun. Make no mistake, this is a difficult mission, and it will remain difficult for some time. It's going to take time to dislodge these terrorists, especially from urban areas. If the United States has Al-Qaeda, bin Laden, top-level lieutenants in our sights, and Pakistan is unable or unwilling to act.
Yeah, y'all down with that Obama doing the shit. Yeah, he tough. Yeah, he somebody. Yeah, all them drones and shit he dropped. And you bitch ass niggas are still supporting that whole shit. Man, y'all don't get out of here, man, and quit playing with me, bro. Let me see what's going on in there. But we're getting ready to get out of here, baby. We showed y'all some of this game today. Showing y'all what was going on in the X, what's going on. They ain't talking about shit. Nigga nation, boy, they tripping. Seeing what the hell they got going on. Yep. Yes, sir. We showed y'all what was going on, boy. Israel still don't want to goddamn cooperate with this game. They haters. Yeah, all you want to do is glaze Trump, but you want to goddamn lie. Benjamin Netanyahu, you a lying son of a bitch. And you got what you deserve, man. You don't know what the fuck y'all doing over there. A ceasefire. There's no reason to drop no more bombs on them, dog. Ceasefire supposed to immediately go down. Nah, you want to drop more goddamn bombs talking about some shit just snuck out. Man, stop playing, bro. So y'all need to stop playing, man. Somebody mad about Donald Trump removing Martin Luther King bus from the, man, we do the history on Martin Luther King, your true history on him. He didn't benefit black people at all. So you need to do your research on Martin Luther King. Yeah, he shouldn't have that motherfucker up there. So which one is it, nigga? Y'all don't, you niggas say he removed them. And y'all niggas is mad because Trump don't want to capitulate to you niggas dumb shit. Because he want to get rid of the damn set-asides for you niggas. You niggas want reparations, you're never going to get it. So I just hope one day y'all will stop with the reparations talk. You don't even know shit about reparations. You don't know shit about reparations. You an idiot. Nigga don't even come to my face talking to me about no reparations. Nigga, I don't go, nigga. And nigga, with you give, no, I ain't gonna withdraw shit, nigga. I ain't going out there fighting for it. They give it out. I'm getting mine. I'm a hypocrite when it comes to that now. I ain't turning it down, but I ain't fighting for it. Fuck you niggas. Shit, nigga, I ain't wasting my motherfucking time because you niggas ain't organized. You got your NAACP, your CP. They ain't for reparations neither, nigga. They got to be lied to the presidents and all the motherfucking politicians, and they ain't gonna get shit done for you. So it is what it is, bro. But I'm getting out of here, dog. I enjoyed being in here today, and I might be back tomorrow.
In my heart is a lamp with a dreams ignite. United we stand ready to claim our right. The streets echo loud with the beat of the fight. America's game, we're roused to the high. This is our time, the stage is set. The game belongs to the people, we won't be denied. With courage and strength, we take a stride. Together we fight, hand in hand, side by side. America's game, it's our turn to die. Oh yeah. From coast to coast, see the banners unfurled. Voices together, watch the cowards swirl. No longer silent, we're ready to roar. With passion and purpose, we're ready for more. You'll chase the sea. The game belongs to the people, we won't be denied. With courage and strength, we take a stride. Together we fight, hand in hand, side by side. America's game is our turn to die.